Thank you all for being here and joining us this evening. So my name is Timothy Patrick Rendazzo, and like they said, I'm a Cabrillo transfer student, so Cabrillo alumni. My experience at Cabrillo was non-linear, and that's how community colleges should be, in my opinion. I bounced around majors a lot. I started as a political science major, and then I realized that I kind of cared about the environment. But I also was very I really liked communication, but I started to really care about the environment. And I was hanging around with a lot of STEM people, and all of my friends were in STEM. So I just kind of made this switch to environmental engineering. So I was in engineering for a bit as well. And then I realized that I didn't really like calculus, and then I moved to biology. So I kind of bounced around a lot, kind of started with policy, went into this like technology, engineering realm, and then ended in this really science biology realm. So throughout Cabrillo, I tried to transfer many times. Tried to transfer my first year, I tried to transfer my second year, and then I successfully transferred my third year. Um, I applied to a bunch of different schools like Reed College in Portland and Lewis and Clark, UC Berkeley, a bunch of different schools, and I got in every time. But I am a low income first generation and independent student. So it was really hard for me to know what I had to do. I mean, it was really hard to keep track of, should I be applying for scholarships? What scholarships do I apply? What is a grant? What is a loan? All these things. So it all came down to the financial reasons for me that really kept me back. Um, Living with parents is definitely really hard when you're a first generation college student, especially because they don't understand, how academics work and its demands. And when they can't support you monetarily, that is also like a big stressor. So this was something that I talked about with a lot of my advisors and professors at Cabrillo, and many of them pushed CSUMB onto me, but I kept ignoring it. But then when I finally looked into the campus, I knew that it was a perfect fit for me. Like Nicholas said previously, since it is a new school, the professors that are there, they're able to innovate and shape their curriculum in ways that older institutions cannot. So that was something that really stuck out to me, and I knew that I would get the attention that I wanted and I felt that I deserved, and also be able to talk to my professors and to learn from them. Um, so going into CSUMB, I transferred into the environmental science, technology, and policy major with a concentration in environmental data analysis and a minor in biology. So the ESTP is what we call it. Is I felt was a perfect fit for me because, like I said, at community college, I bounced from political science to engineering to biology. So this program kind of encompasses all of that together in this one big, soup. So you have the environmental science is really biology based, or you can really take it any way you want. The technology was something that I felt the engineering curriculum really taught. And then policy was just communication and policy and environmental policy. And that was something that I was really, really interested in. So when I transferred to CSUMB in fall 2020, it was a fully online environment, which I was not very stoked about, but it actually has been really, really amazing. So at first, I knew that I really wanted to try to get involved with the campus as much as I can because it is online, and I knew that that was going to supplement my learning. So the first thing that I did was reached out to a lab professor over email, actually the summer before transfer, and I told him a little bit about me and that I really wanted to work with the campus in some degree as I was moving on to upper division, and also since it was online. I was just very honest with him, told him about me, what my aspirations were, and I ended up landing a research assistant job in a lab at CSUMB. In this job, we were doing molecular biology and genetics work, and it really helped me decide what I wanted to do. I currently still work in this lab, but I knew that I felt that I wanted to move more into science communication and policy work. So while I still work in the lab, it really, really, really secured what I wanted to do professionally. Um, and yeah, and I'm super grateful for that. So when the semester ended up starting, I knew that I also wanted to meet other students that were like-minded and believed in the same things that I did. Um, so I instantly joined the Environmental Affairs Committee. So this is a branch off of the student government at CSUMB, and it's purely about environmental affairs and environmental policy on campus. And this is just an amazing community. So if this is something you're interested in, it's an amazing community and it makes you feel really connected to campus, and you get to meet like-minded individuals. And they're really, really active. We're doing so much for the campus and it feels really nice. So during one of our meetings, the sustainability senator who runs the Environmental Affairs Committee connected me to the director of sustainability on campus, the sustainability office, and I ended up securing a job there as a assistant. And with that job, I'm doing more policy and scientific communication work. And this really, really solidified my professional goals. I knew that that was a perfect fit for me. I really loved the work. And yeah, it was amazing. So last semester, I finished all of my lower division prerequisites, which was a lot of work, especially online. So these classes, I was taking statistics and geology and a few other classes that now I already forgot. But I passed with a great standing. And the main reason of success for these classes was connection with other students. When these classes started, I individually, put in the Zoom chat, like I would like to meet some people if anyone wants to form a study group. And I made some really, really good friends that I still talk to all day long. And study groups is really what helped me, because it gave us accountability to work together and it gave us accountability to do the work. And it also just makes class more engaging because, you know the people that are in your class, even if it's online, and it makes you want to engage more with the professor and also with them. This semester, I started my upper division, which is also a lot of work, but it's much, much more engaging. I think the EST curriculum is it's just amazing, honestly. I get to focus on, in science and science writing, policy, science communication, and we're learning, GIS and R programming software and all of these different things, and you're actually applying it in every single class that you take. So it really feels like this interdisciplinary approach to how we do science and how we communicate science. And I love it. It's a perfect fit for me. So the professors are really great and they really care, especially what I found in the ESTP major. They really cater the experience to the individual and they really care about individual success. And they're extremely understanding as well, especially in the online format. So my overall experience with academics has been really great. And since I found it fairly simple to get involved and feel involved in a virtual setting, I believe that's a very telling feature that sets CSUMB apart. So I kind of touched upon how I survived online learning, but I'm going to expand upon that. So the first thing that I have to say is office hours. Getting to know your professors is by far the best advice I can give. Building friendly connections with the professors that you have can get you professional opportunities like it has with me and help you with coursework. It can give you direction, both academically and professionally, and also makes them more likely to accommodate your learning. So with this last year, things have been very tough for a lot of different communities. So when you let your professors know that you're a student and you're a person, it really goes a long way. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that enough, and I can't stress that enough. Like, just be human and a person with your professors, and they are people too, So that's definitely the first thing that helped me this last semester and this semester. The second thing is getting involved with clubs, extracurriculars, campus jobs, and events are good ways for students to integrate socially and academically. The relationships with peers and the faculty members in my class for me was the perfect type of integration that provided me the sense of belonging, that was necessary for support in my learning experience, um, especially in an online modality. The next thing that really helped me was, time management and schedule, like so many schedules. I have a Google Calendar that has, my time requirements, which is have my classes, my work, any things that like are my time requirements. And then I actually have a separate calendar, and it's physical, it's a whiteboard, and it's my homework calendar. So that is something that also is really, really helpful, because just having them separate helps me stay focused in whatever I'm trying to do. And having a physical homework calendar was vital for me. Since everything was online, it was not hard to navigate, but it took a lot more time to navigate what I had to do. So just actually writing down your classes on an actual board helped me tremendously, because then I just can check them off. And if I'm doing really good one week, I can move to the next week and start getting homework from, future homework done. And then I also just have a whiteboard in my house. Sometimes I really miss being in like the STEM center at Cabrillo College and just writing all over the whiteboards across the entire room. I really miss that experience, and it really facilitated my learning. So getting my own whiteboard was something that, it was an investment that I strongly recommend. And then the final thing that really helped me in the online setting was really trying to make friends. So making friends makes your classes way more engaging, because you actually know the people there. And, I still like talk to them all the time. I FaceTime them. We just like sit and do homework together. And that's really helped me learn as well, because I feel connected to my campus. I feel connected to my peers, and they're also, keeping me accountable about doing my homework, and I'm keeping them accountable about doing their homework. And that's definitely something that it's been a little bit harder to do online, but the persistence pays off very well. And then the last thing is what I'm hopeful about being back on campus. So firstly, it's just being outside again. I sit on my computer all day long, and I just can't wait to actually go outside on a more active schedule, and also, wear real clothes on more regular basis. That's also something I'm really, really excited about. Working in a physical office on campus, I think, will be a really great experience. I currently do live on campus because I work in a research lab, but it's a ghost town, and it's just me in there. So I would really like to be working in an office with other people. That would be really cool. I would really like to meet all the wonderful friends and people and professors that I've met online, to just be able to like see them. And then, yeah, just like exercise. I'm a climber. I miss climbing so much, and climbing gyms have been closed, so that's something that I'm looking forward to.
Thank you very much. You have a lot of great ideas, and appreciate you sharing your experience.
Oh,
And
I
I
actually
had
have
no
one
idea
more.
you didn't like calculus.
Yeah, no, do not like that. One more thing that I actually have to say real quick. If you are a first generation, low income, or independent student, there is a wonderful organization on campus called Trio SSS. And that is something that has really helped me, and actually was a deciding factor in my transition to CSUMB, because they are amazing, and they give you so much support and resources and extra advising and all of these things, and you get to meet other students who are, low income and first generation or independent, and a lot of those people are in my direct community. So that is also something that I believe sets CSUMB apart as well, because there is that, care and that love and that catering to that community of students. So just want to throw that little plug out there.
Thanks, Timothy.